Holy smokes everyone, we have just got some new breaking news what's going on with the Evergrande saga. Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse for the 300 billion indebted developer, it just has. And like I keep warning about, what's about to happen to China's $62 trillion housing bubble could lead to a financial crisis much worse than we saw in 2008. So everyone, let's not waste any time. Let's get into the news, the facts, and the data. So look at this everyone, Evergrande shares are in a trading halt after China orders demolition of newly built luxury apartments. And like I said, it wasn't only this, it was also because there is going to be a release of inside information. But that's not all everyone, it's getting worse. So an index of Chinese property developers shares slumped as much as 2% in Hong Kong before closing 1.7% lower. A local government in Hainan told Evergrande to demolish 39 buildings in 10 days because the building permit was illegally obtained. Evergrande gave no details on the trading suspension other than saying it would make an announcement on containing inside information. And don't worry everybody, I'll definitely keep you updated with that juicy information when it's released. So those of you that are wondering, the apartments are worth at approximately 7.7 billion yuan, approximately 1.5 billion US. And even the mainstream media is now starting to admit that things are looking very grim.
Yeah, it's a pretty nervous start to the year, Tom. All of this latest development comes from a local media report. Like you mentioned, in Hainan, Evergrande supposedly told by the local government to take down about 39 apartments there that were illegally constructed. Now, you'd have to say that's the last thing Evergrande needs. Their shares were suspended from trading here in Hong Kong. A statement went out, but they didn't put much more detail around it. There was a spillover effect to other property developers' share prices. As you mentioned, there was a broader sell-off. And I think it just adds to the jitters around the real estate sector that perhaps the worst is not yet over. We know, by the way, in the month of January alone, our own colleagues have calculated there are about $200 billion US dollars worth of payments due from the property sector, covering everything from bond principal repayments through to deferred wages. And of course, how the whole real estate sector shakeout plays out over coming months in terms of falling sales, falling prices, and stress on developers themselves will be critical for the wider economy and for China's economic story in 2022. So this latest news out of Hainan relating to Evergrande is certainly a bit of a wake-up call that the real estate jitters haven't gone away.
So everyone, did you see there how quickly things are deteriorating? Property developers in January alone have $200 billion worth of payments coming. Also, we saw contract sales are plummeting, down 26% in December alone. And it was really, really bad for Evergrande. They were down 99%. So pretty much non-existent. And whoever that one guy was that bought a contract, he's very silly. So everyone, what's going on with China, what's going on with Evergrande, it's literally much worse and much bigger than the housing market crisis and financial crisis of 2008. Because back then the US housing market was valued around $30 trillion and the US economy wasn't so reliant on housing like China is. In China, real estate makes up 70% of people's wealth and up to 30% of GDP. And unlike the US, in China, we don't know how bad things really are because a lot of the data is manipulated and there is a lot of shadow debt, especially the developers. If they couldn't get loans from banks, they went to shadow banks and other dodgy lenders. So there is a lot of debt off the books. So for all we know, this $300 billion in liabilities of Evergrande and the $20 billion that they defaulted on could be much higher. And it is only a matter of time before the contagion spreads or we see some kind of counterparty risk like in 2008 and this starts spreading to the broader financial system. So everyone, it definitely looks like things are getting much worse by the week. What do you think about this? Let me know. Now for all my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll put up some other videos here. I'll see you there.